てて励まされた。
いつの間にか虜になってるし。
My whole tagline is "Fuck me up on a spiritual level, birth the Wonderland warehouse project." This is a long story, but I was playing a show in a place called the Gold Coast in Australia, and afterwards, because back then, you know, I never really played any shows overseas, but I was a well-known DJ in Australia, so I used to go and chill out at strip clubs after my shows because no one was bothering me there, and I could just like have a drink and like no one recognized me. And so yeah, I would go to these strip clubs and quietly like have a drink. And one night I had a few too many drinks, and there was a DJ there, and I said, "Oh, can I please DJ for the girls?" And he was like, "Can you DJ?" And I was like, yeah, I can DJ. And he was like, "All right, well, okay." And so I started like DJing for the girls at the strip club that night, and I ended up playing for about 2 hours. And after I got out, I said to my friend who was there, this was so cool, DJing not in a club, but in like a different space, you know? I said, next tour, I don't want to do clubs. Next tour, I want to play in a different space. I want to give something to my fans that's like a whole experience, and that's what birthed the Wonderland warehouse project.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be about the music. I hated going into clubs and playing these shows where I felt like people were there just to be seen and not to actually be there for the music and to just escape. For me, like as a music fan and someone that goes to so many shows, it's a sense of escapism, and it's a sense of like kind of getting away from reality for a little bit and just being one with music. And music's just such a universal language, and it can really, you know, make people feel something, you know, on a whole different level to normal life. So, no, that was like the main goal, and to this day it's still the main goal. I want to keep these shows real and raw and like DIY, because that's how I started. That's how I started as an artist. Yeah, it's different in every city. There's a lot of laws. We have to work a lot with the councils in order to make it safe and, you know, legal. It was way easier when it was not legal. But, you know, obviously finding a venue and a space for that is really important. For example, in LA, you know, we actually ended up throwing these like warehouse shows like under a train station. It was crazy, you know, and then in New York it was a warehouse, and you know, we have a warehouse in Berlin, and but we had to really go find them, and some of them are warehouse venues and some of them are warehouses. And it's just like really hard to find a venue that really fits the energy of what I want to portray. Secondly, because everything's so stripped back and like raw, I'm coming up with visuals and lighting that really, I feel like, complements the space. And I just think like keeping it real is the most important thing you can do when you are doing shows like this. I feel quite connected to my fans, and so for me to be that close to them again and be able to like almost touch everybody is so important to me as well. So I want to keep it like we're a big family in this room, just vibing. Vibing. But yeah, vibe check. Yeah. Lido, Quicks, or Slumberjack, Cosmos Midnight, Motet, Young Franco, ASAP Ferg, Far Out, Jaren, Nina Las Vegas played, a bunch of people, just like people I love. Yeah, just like really diverse music in the electronic scene that I think like, and DJs as well, that I think would just kill it, you know? And people who aren't playing like the obvious tracks, yeah. I just want to have it be a consistent place for people to feel safe and be themselves. the fact that I'm able to make it, you know, a worldwide thing now is so awesome. And I'm literally just doing this for the fans and for the energy and to bring that, you know, kind of more intimate scale and stripped back scale of a, you know, show to people. Because I feel like sometimes when you have too many things going on and like it's too proper and too, you know, organized and clean, you lose a bit of that vibe that electronic music started in. So I want to bring that back, you know. I mean, my whole tagline is "fuck me up on a spiritual level," and that kind of represents this energy I'm trying to bring, you know. Being fucked up on a spiritual level to me means, you know, being so in the moment and so like in your zone that you forget about your phone and you forget about everything else and you're just being and you're able to just be. And that's basically what I'm trying to do with this. Actually, I try to do that with all my shows. But because this is, you know, a curated show, it just brings a different energy to that whole thing. And I think that really represents me, my music being like raw and honest and, you know, on a level that I think a lot of people relate to, not only musically, but lyrically, like the topics that I speak about. I feel like every time I meet a fan, they really understand me because they do listen to the words that I say. So there's just like so many layers to it. And I don't know, I just, you know, starting off back in the underground, I just want to bring it back, you know? I never want to lose those roots. I want to be able to like play those big festivals and come back to a warehouse. It's really important to me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to shout out all my fans in Japan because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff. Thank you for letting me take this risk and throw a party like this in Japan. And hopefully it's so crazy that we can do it again next year. Yeah, thank you.